Morning operational update, Spears Fire, Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024.
Good morning, folks. Mike Bertinoli here, Great Basin Team 3 Planning Operations. Going to give the operational briefing for today, July 23rd, 2024. So before we get into the map, I'm going to talk about some changes that we saw in the fire yesterday. First one is a continuation of the previous day's operations. If you remember, if you were looking up on the hill, you saw a little bit more smoke. And yesterday, you saw even more than that. Again, what we've been doing up there in Division Alpha is doing a firing operation to really clean up our edge and burn out any unburned fuels. So over the coming days, weeks, months, all that fuel is black and consumed, and it doesn't create a scenario where we could have a spot fire stand up and move across the landscape. So yesterday, we continued firing operations in Division Alpha. We started here about the camp and then moved to the west towards our Eastern Division. Another change you'll see on the map is more accurate mapping over here on the east side. And so our perimeters changed a little bit. The reason for that is we've had crews working over there for several days. And after more accurate mapping and really finding the hard black edge of the fire, we decided to change up the perimeter to more accurately reflect what we've got on the landscape. So rather than the polygon that used to go out to the east there, we show the hard direct edge that we've got to work off. And then these larger polygons out here to the east, those are actually spot fires that started, or that were from when the fire started and first ran. So a little change to the map. I'll talk about operations over here. It's really a continuation of the last few days. We've got a lot of firepower out here with a couple hotshot crews, a wildfire use module, and those folks are doing direct actions along the hard fire edge. And then we've also got folks out here that are digging hand line and really mixing up all the dirt inside there to make sure there's no heat stuck in that area. These operations are going well. We expect them to continue for the next several days, but by all accounts, this operation has been very successful. Let's come around to Division Zulu, or rather the southeastern side of the fire. One of the changes to the map you'll see is we've got the whole hard black line all the way up to what we call H5. And what that indicates is our fire's looking fantastic on that side of the fire. Not seeing a lot of potential for fire to cross that line. And what we're doing with crews on this side is actually working into the black side of the fire with water and tools, just stirring everything up and making sure that over the coming days, weeks, and months, we're not going to get any problems to jump from that fire out and start the fire again. So that kind of goes around the fire. Anticipate the same activities for the next few shifts, but the quick take home is firing operations, I believe, are finished. Again, we continue to do line construction and looking for spots out to the east, and then just monitoring and patrolling Zulu, continuing to work interior. I will touch briefly on the contingency line. I've been talking about that for the past few days. We've got equipment in the Greens Draw area south of the fire, and those folks will be putting in a large indirect line that runs east. And again, the reason for that is if our fire does decide to jump up and out and move to the south, it'll give firefighters a place to have a defensive holding strategy on that south end of the fire. So that's all I've got for you today. Appreciate your interest and have a good day. Thank you.